Hello, Rosemary. How are you?
Hi, Carol. I'm doing really, really well. How's your day going?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Good. That's good news.
A
That's good
few little
news.
technical challenges, but
Well, Mercury is retrograde. So technical challenges are common. Mercury is retrograde because Mercury is about communication. And retrogrades are times anything that starts with an RE, review, revisit, redo, remake, rethink. Those are all retrograde things, and all planets go retrograde. We're just more aware of Mercury because it's closer to us, and it moves faster. So it happens more frequently than the other planets. But yeah, so because it's associated with communication, uh, things get crazy where with Mercury retrograde.
and I definitely needed to redo a few times so we can get this thing going. So welcome to September's message with the Body of Wisdom Oracles. Let's see
Right.
if we
And Mercury retrograde, we're about halfway through, I think.
advance. So we are using our decks for the purpose of creating this message for you to support you on your journey through the month of September. And which is also, the messages are also applicable anytime in your life because there's so much wisdom within them. And and I'm excited to be here with Rosie and introduce. So we use the Manifestor deck as the springboard or to create the theme, and then after that we um, we each pull from one of the deck a card to support the message, and then it becomes this reading. So let's see what we got. First, just introducing myself with those of you who don't know me. I'm an integrative practitioner of metaphysics. I'm also consider myself a facilitator of consciousness shifts with a passion for creating tools that stimulate your potential, and for the possible growth and transformation that can happen as you get to know who you are and get to expand your field and raise your vibration, all that good stuff. The decks are really a representation of my own growth, I must say. And so I'm really excited to be able to bring those kind of tools into your hands because I know they can make a difference in your life. And I'm happy to support clients with private and group sessions. I'm part, as with Rosemary, with Gina and San Grace, we created a Patreon community. So we'll talk a little bit more at the end of this video, but so we're excited to be able to support um, people at a fraction of the cost of private sessions, but with so much wisdom. And some of our playbooks are really provide a lot of activities. So that's something that you might want to check out. Let's meet Rosemary.
Hi, I'm Rosemary Nevara, Rosie. I'm a psychic medium. I tap into my aptitude to communicate in all manners of ways with all manners of beings. I do direct readings. I do readings with cards, a divination systems. My favorite, of course, is our Body of Wisdom Oracle collection. So that those are my favorite divination cards. So I do also do tarot and I do scrying. So that's really fun. And I'm very passionate about using my capacity as an intuitive to be of assistance and service to others. It's a big deal. I love my job. I
And
love my job.
two-legged and four-legged, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
exciting. So our intention is always to assist you in attaining more of a state of balance in navigating your life and bringing shifts in awareness and perceptions. And so this is why we're doing this. So did you want to start, or do you
Why
want me
don't
to
you go
start?
ahead and start? Start with the manifestor card. We're using the dimension of manifestation
Yes, so
from,
this is the card, Dimensions of Manifestation, like Rosie just said. And its message is for the purpose of manifesting my soul's desires. And this is the catchphrase at each of the beginning of each card in the manifesto deck. So for the purpose of manifesting my soul's desires, I'm directed to leap into the portal of forgotten frequencies of manifestation and abundance within the divine matrix. As I cross that threshold, I'm encouraged to love what is. I love beyond the limitation of what I know, what I feel, what I perceive. I remember that I am limitless. So I think I think we a lot of us have forgotten how limitless we are because we kind of operate from a limited self. I know myself. I've had a lot of things to undo and discover and kind of pursue and understand before I could even move out of certain beliefs and systems that I've had put in place. And we talk about those forgotten frequencies of manifestation and abundance. A lot of us have blocks, and we've kind of lifetime after lifetime, I think we've accumulated experiences where we've been shown something other than that, or we perceive our perceptions is that we have to struggle or we have to suffer through our experiences, and it's not necessarily true. So this is really
such a great card.
I like the dimensions.
Oh, yeah.
Like different dimension as the layers, and then it's almost like inviting you into um, a space of
To me, it feels like a space of expansion. It's like you walk in through this pathway and then everything opens up because back behind it, there's like this big cavern. And so, and I think that, we, from over lifetimes and from the time we're little kids when we first come in, sadly, most of us are trained to be small, to stay small, especially if you're female, if you're a minority. And society and organized, some of the more fundamentalist organized religions teach you that you are powerless. You have no power because, of course, the powers that be want to be in control. So if we knew how magnificent and how unlimited we are and how powerful we are and what forces of nature we are, we would terrify everybody. So they make us think the opposite so that they keep us small. So this card encourages us to step into those dimensions because we have access to them.
right. And at one point I always felt when I was starting my journey that I felt guilty if I had abundance, and I felt like I needed to give everything away at my own expense because I didn't necessarily was able to give at some point in my life, but it always felt like I needed, and it could be my chair. I would give my chair to someone else, and
Yeah.
it's like I'm not deserving of even sitting down. I can be the one standing, even though I was I've done my part in helping out or whatever it is that I was there to do, but and it felt like um, there's so much manipulation too
Oh, yeah.
that sometimes we feel like we're unworthy, or I don't necessarily like the word deserving, because it's a different energy to me. So
Yeah.
unworthy is more of I haven't recognized that I'm worth something. Deserving, it's almost like that's got that little hook of attachment of entitlement to it that
Entitlement. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really care for. So, but and also if you had any kind of trauma, you know, if you had violation and sexual trauma, that can also rob you of your power, and that could rob you of feeling safe and secure, which affects the root chakra and your connection with, there's like a disconnection or a disassociation with the mind, the body, and spirit. So
Yes.
so it's you know, all these things play out lifetime after lifetime, depending upon what life choices or life lesson we've picked on to experience. So it's there's a lot at play, and it's not.
There is. And this is a wonderful card to start out the month and start out our session with, because it reminds us that there are dimensions of, we are multidimensional, and we exist in a multidimensional universes, and that we are directly connected to source. We are source. It is us. We are it. We are limitless, and we have had that trained and scared and shamed and guilted out of us, so that we don't even consider that it exists, much less being able to tap into it. So this is such a great reminder of, of the last phrase, I remember that I am limitless. So I think that's a really excellent way. And September being traditionally, well, that's when the equinox, the fall equinox happens, and when the big harvests start coming in traditionally, when we were farming cultures. And so it's a time of abundance and appreciation and gratitude for what's come to you, what has come to fruition. And so this is such a great reminder to the notion that we are abundant. We have the capacity to tap into abundance because we're limitless.
And I want to kind of mention the colors of this card, because
Oh, yeah.
you know, we have the earth tone, so we have the ground, the fertile soil as the where the abundance is, right? It's connected to the material world, to the soil, to Mother Earth. And then we have like the gold and the purplish, which reminds me of the connection to spirit and to the higher realms. So it's like as above, so below kind of thing. And then it feels like those are like a little staircase
Yeah.
to get to step into. Yeah, exactly. So it's
Rises, yeah.
like an invitation for us to explore those, our consciousness, and to be able to tap into that limitless abundance that we have access to. We just don't necessarily understand it or know it and how to apply it. So
Exactly. Exactly.
do you
So,
want to take us to the
yeah,
next
so I'll
one?
take the next card. We're going to be, this one comes from the deck that is the Oracle of Crystals, Gemstones, and Rocks. There's also some metals in there. This was our first collaboration, and it was a singular experience. It's interesting how my my computer skews the colors to the blue, as in yours is more true color. So this is the stone that is sugilite. All of these cards begin with I am, and then the name of the stone, and then the messages came in. The stones, Carole created the images, and the images spoke and brought messages in. So each card begins with voicing a message of, I am Sujilite, voicing a message of, you live in the cosmic ocean. Here we go again. We're bigger than we think we are. You live in the cosmic ocean. You are of it. You are in it. And you are it. So it's time to reconnect with spirit, amnesia state. I'm sorry, I'm not reading this correctly. It's time to reconnect with spirit. So when we come in, we are spirit having a physical experience, not physical people having spiritual experiences. We came in as spirit to have this opportunity to experience the 3D world. And when we do that, when we drop in, we go into a state of amnesia. So this is what Suja Light addresses. It says, amnesia state of your memory. Amnesia is a state that you come in with where your memory of source is forgotten. So, and you've forgotten that you live in a cosmic ocean and that you're cosmic, you are source, it is you. And so it's time to let things flow through you and from you, head to toe, and let it fill you with light, because now you're aware and you understand this. So let that connection, that understanding nourish you with the universal love and universal light, help you remember who you are so that you can reignite that connection that it's always been there, you're just not aware. So this goes beautifully with the dimensions of manifestation, because this reminds us that we are manifestors. We have the capacity to do it, just like the manifestation card says, we are limitless.
And it's just bringing a different a cosmic ocean source. It's giving you different approaches to see the vastness of the universe, and in different terminology. You could call it God, some people call it God, some people call it source, universe, cosmos. So this is just another introduction of making you understand that we are part of that, and just having, like you said, spirit, having a human experience, and we were talking about the limitations. So again, it's showing you that it's there's such a vastness to it,
Right.
and it's almost
we are the drop, and we are the ocean. We're all of it.
I'm just looking at the card.
I love the card. The image is just beautiful. This was so much fun doing this project, because one of the things that we found, and we have one of our curators of our decks always says that whenever she draws a card, even if it's from a deck she's used many, many, many times, and she's drawn all the cards, she said, I never draw the same card twice, because every time she draws it, she sees something different in the image. And one of the things that we do is we don't have guidebooks. We have the messages written on the back of the card, so it makes it portable and easier to work with. And so we encourage people who work with our cards, look at the image first and see what you get before you go look at what we got, because it's different for everybody. So take advantage of your own intuition to connect with the cards.
It feels like it's an expanding card. Like I could see us like being like at the center, that little spark in the middle. And then do you feel like I'm seeing, when I'm looking at the card, it's kind of like tones of purple, but of indigo also kind of mixed in. So which brings me into the third eye about perception, and looking through that third eye of what there's so much to explore when we start connecting to that, to start seeing through that third eye lens. So
yeah, absolutely.
So you could work with this card in terms of, also it's like the two sides. On each side could be like a pair of eyes, and then so it's inviting you to actually question your perceptions.
Absolutely.
Okay, then the next one is from the I Am Oracle. Rosie's got it. So this is I always have a hard time trying to find the right. So this is I Am Transparent. So this one reminded me of kind of like a book being opened.
Oh, the pages.
Yeah, the pages, like a book is resting and then the pages are opening up. So I called it I Am Transparent. And this is, I am an open book. I'm honest and truthful with myself and others. So again, it's relates back to perception also, because
Absolutely.
being true to you means that you're coming from authenticity, from and a space of integrity, which is what you project to others, but also invite others um, to you invite others to be, but you also, I think, by being transparent, you have an ability to discern what is true from what you're picking up from others as well. And I think for me, it was no longer an option to pretend to be or act, assume a role that just didn't fit. And it just allowed me, me deciding to be transparent and to be an open book. I really had to look in the mirror and look at my own limitation, my own beliefs, but also what I was projecting and what I was inviting in.
Exactly.
And so it's
it's about authenticity. And if you can walk your path with authenticity and be who you came here to be, do what you came here to do, well, look at the colors on this. There's a lot of oranges and yellows. So oranges are second chakra, creativity, the right to be here. Yellow is the third chakra, your personal power, again, the right to be here. So we have a right to be here. We have a right to express ourselves authentically. We're trained to hide who we are or pretend that we're somebody that we're not, because bad things happen when you show your authentic self oftentimes, especially if you grow up in a household where your parents have expectations for you and they want you to live your life the way they want it. They're living vicariously through you. So sometimes we don't even know who our authentic selves are. And I think this card reminds us, find out who you are. Be transparent. Look at what really matters to you and think about what you really want to do and why you're here.
And I think it becomes even more important right now with everything with AI and everything, the way that we're starting to it almost feels like it's harder for us to discern the truth. And I think I was having a conversation with a friend earlier today, and I was talking about it, reminding her that the more we know ourselves, the deeper we go within ourselves, the easier it is to have that discernment, and to not get caught up in the fear of others, or in the drama of others, or in the manipulation of others, to have them, you become a part of the herd kind of thing. It's almost like we're being shown that the outside is getting it's getting more complicated. So the only option we have is to really go inward, so we can learn who we are, keep going deeper and deeper, so that we can say, hey, I'm not part of this. I have a choice not to be part of this, and I'm not going to fall into that energetic pool, or that collective consciousness that is fear based or is hate based or whatever it is happening at the moment. So it's really interesting. I feel like um, I'm going closer and closer into my own cocoon, to be able to figure out who I am, and what's true for me, and just let all this stuff outside of myself. I don't know your take on that, but it's
Well, it just reminded me, being a somebody who does readings, and I'm an oracle. We work with oracles. I work with oracles, and I am an oracle. My mind went to, when you were talking about knowing yourself, my mind went to the famous Temple of Apollo, where the oracles lived on the island of Delos in the Cyclades island group of Greece. And the inscription that was on the temple was "Know thyself." So yeah, it's, and that's comes from way back. So that's always been something we've aspired to,
Right.
but other things seem to get in the way.
Well, but is the outside being created this way so that it's forcing us to go inward? I'm thinking that way, because
Yeah.
otherwise we could miss the boat completely.
Yes, yes. But some people just stay engaged outwardly.
Right,
Um,
right.
so so hopefully things that are going on are making us become more internalized in that way so that we can discover who we are, because ultimately that's how we came in to do some things and experience some things, uh, and we're going to get that done if we know why we're here and who we are.
But it also opens door to newness.
Yes,
We don't
absolutely.
have to stay in that state of being as we have
No,
been doing and perpetually repeating the same stories or whatever. It's like
right.
it's really helping us realize that, hey, no, in this moment, I have a choice. I can make a different choice.
Yeah,
So what am I choosing? What am I choosing to do and to create right now? It
absolutely.
doesn't have to be the
Absolutely.
same. So
Yeah. So are we ready to talk about frequencies?
yes, go
Yeah, so
ahead.
now as our next card is from the color deck, working with colors and their frequencies. And the card that came up when we did this spread was magnetic bronze. I love that image.
I do
It's so
too.
gorgeous. It always makes me think of a crucible where things are being melted and reformed into something else by fire, initiation by fire. So this particular color is about magnetism and strength and growth. So all of these cards start with I'm open to the experience of, and then there's characteristics that are listed, and this particular color is associated with those three qualities: magnetism, strength, and growth. So this card is about being open to the experience of being a magnet for opportunities and having the strength to face any situation that is a growth opportunity and work through your life lessons. So you magnetize it to you, you've got the strength to work through it, and then you grow from it. So yeah, so this is I love this card. And then you're being reformed, you're growing, you're shifting, you're changing.
And recognizing that we are limitless, we are abundant.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of like what are we attracting?
Exactly.
We are aware we've if when we shed those limiting beliefs and limitations, then we're just opening up to new opportunities that we haven't even imagined or
Exactly.
that we couldn't see. Sometimes they're presented, but because we don't feel we're ready, we just let them pass by because we can't there's still maybe some fear or whatever it is that holding us back. So by clearing out all this stuff that is in the way of you knowing you, then I mean, I am a witness of opportunities and doors being open that I never would have imagined being open. So it's exciting. It gets exciting.
It's very
It,
exciting.
it
Yeah.
feels like it's every moment can be an awe-inspiring moment because you just never know what happens next, and you're having fun doing it. So
Right. And you have that whole anticipation thing, like, what's next? And
right.
there's an enthusiasm that develops. And um, yeah, so it's a big adventure, it becomes a big adventure.
I like you said anticipation because there's also expectation, and expectation is
Limiting.
not we shouldn't expect. We should
Right.
anticipate.
Yeah,
There's a big difference, even if
there
it's
is.
so it's and then the
Yeah.
energy of it.
Expectations can really limit you.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Because you can only see, you kind of have tunnel vision.
Mm-hmm.
So by having the anticipation that you could be experiencing miracles and imaginable opportunities come your way, it's kind of like you're just,
You're
I
open
feel
to
like I'm seeing
everything.
myself to opening arms out,
Yeah.
just stretching out. It's like, okay, what's, welcome, come in.
Yeah. And you know, one of the things that you can do, like if you pull a card like this, um, surround yourself with this color. Like maybe you have a gorgeous pair of shoes that have these shades in it, or a scarf or a blouse. So I know if I pull certain cards, it's like, oh, I'm going to wear my purple blouse today because that's the energy that came through for me. So I want to wear that color so that I am embraced by that vibration, that vibratory, uh, that whole frequency.
You could get yourself a little bronze statue,
Yes, I do have a bronze statue. I have a oh, I have a little bronze statue of Ganesha.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
the Hindu god that is for artists and creativity and abundance. So I could carry, when I draw this card again, I will put my little Ganesh in my pocket and walk around with Ganesh all day.
And lastly, we have the card from our consciousness deck. So it's embracing the consciousness of my I am. And this one is sitting in the temple of light. And I love this image because it really feels like you're sitting into a temple of light. And each of the cards starts out with I am grateful for in the consciousness deck. And its message is I'm grateful for receiving the new frequencies of light energy flowing within my light being. The higher vibration helps ground and elevate me to new levels of consciousness. I am therefore more present in my daily living and act as a transmitter. I am a ripple bringing light to all. So the higher your vibration, the higher your radiance. And to me, the higher my vibration, the higher my radiance, the more positive opportunities and experiences I attract. So I will sit in that temple of light and soak up those light energies.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
know, have you ever seen those sets of glasses that they're made of plexiglass and but they're all different colors and it's every color of the rainbow? And when you wear them, it causes you to experience things from a different lens, literally. It's like looking through at the world through rose-colored glasses. So this sort of reminds me of a temple of light. Our bodies are our temples. We are the light within these temples. So we need to remember that and connect with it and send that out, because in shamanic teachings, the belief that, or the knowledge is that you heal yourself, you heal the world, and that everything you do sends a ripple out and affects everything through time, through infinity, through eternity. So yeah, sitting in the temple of light, what a good place to be and to act as a transmitter.
Well, it's interesting because I mean I see like when I go out, um, sometimes I can, if I feel excited about something, or if I know I've done my meditation and all, and that day before I go out, I can sense the different energy, and people respond to that. So it's interesting because a lot of times I'll get compliments, or I'll get, people will talk to me more easily, or I'll talk to them more easily. But if I haven't done my little I'm going out and my little self-talk of whatever, to get into that space of, I am love and light, because sometimes we need to remind ourselves that, right? Even if we're going grocery shopping. I mean, I'm always considerate, but at the same time is my projection, depending on my energy, if I'm in pain, I'm not gonna transmit the same energy that or the same frequencies that if I'm happy and go get it kind of attitude. So we have to be mindful that sometimes we have to work at it and we kind of have to nurture that. And so yeah, and then pay attention to what comes, because it's always fun to, oh, that was pretty cool. I had a great day today because this and this and this and this and this happened. So it just changes
Yeah,
the whole
exactly.
day. And it's fun,
Take stock of how things went and what you experienced.
right? So, well, thank you for all these wonderful insights, Rosemary. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. Thank you.
So we hold a online Oracle Circle on the 3rd of every Sunday. So we hope to see you there. This would be
The third Sunday of every month, right?
yes, and this would be a free event for some of our patrons and our Patreon community. We also invite you to join us on our Facebook group, the Body of Wisdom Oracle Circle. Rosemary posts readings from Monday through Friday, and then I post the daily oracle every day. And
And you have a Delve Deeper spread up there,
here and there, yes, I do.
and you post inspirational messages. You post all kinds of things.
So welcome. Well, you're welcome to join us there. We would love to have you. And this is so for September, our theme is embracing your abundance. And this is our Patreon community here, where our playbook for the higher tier is about 80 plus pages, weekly activities, and we're going to be doing ceremonies there. And we have also, depending on your tier, you can participate in a group session. Jinan shares about the soul path through with the human design and gene keys and all that kind of good stuff. So she has some great insights for business purposes. We do have a membership for intentional business entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it's called the Links Community. Links is an acronym for Love Your Next Expression. And so we want to foster that. And you can actually, they can go on for like a week for free, right?
Yes, they should be able to. And then we also have some resources that are free. So you're welcome to join us to get access to those. I think we were talking about putting some of our first month when we launched in June, put some of that material available to you to check it out. So you can kind of have an idea of what to expect in the following month. So the first month we did inner peace, then we did deep listening, then we did
Outer expression.
outer expression. So it's kind of like they all build on each other, because you have to create that foundation to be able
Yeah.
to, you have to be able to create that inner peace so that you can start doing the deep listening. From the deep listening, then you can start changing the outer expression or pay more attention to the outer expression.
And the theme this month is harvest and abundance, right?
Right. So I've done some new moon checks and things like that, and Rosie talks about the full moon and the new moon ceremonies that you can do to nurture that, and where we shared abundance altar and things like that. So lots of different. Jinan is doing meditations for us. I think one is going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what she's doing with it, because I think she's going to tie it to one of the card in the MANIFESTOR deck. So we'll see what comes through. But she usually has two different meditations that she offers also to put in the packets. And then I'm going to be hosting the session I believe I'm going to do for this time is being open to receiving, because we have blocks, we have limitations. And so if we can just kind of create a space, create more room for us to receive, then it's an opportunity to really grow into your abundance and the mindset of abundance. So
Absolutely. And that goes hand in glove with it. If you open to abundance, then you have finally gained that capacity to release living from a place of lack.
right.
And things just start flowing. They flow, they come in. It's amazing.
And it's an abundance. Rosie touches a little bit also on, abundance in its many forms, because it's just not it's just not about money. Abundance comes in many, many different ways, and then you have to define also what abundance means to you. So, it all depends on who you are and what you're wanting to achieve also, I believe. So we invite you to check us out there. It's
Free for a week, so don't
patreon.com.
hesitate. Yeah.
It's patreon.com/you love your next expression. And then if you want to reach Rosemary for readings and healing sessions, this is her email, and I am available at that email as well. If you're interested in connecting with us, this is the way to do it directly. So we thank you for being here with us, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you, Carole.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Always fun. See you next time. See everybody.
Bye.
Bye.